Hi all, welcome to another video. I'm so happy that you are here and I will explain to you 3 reasons why you should keep your desk organized. This video is going to be divided in 3 parts, mainly because of aesthetic reasons, productivity reasons, and creativity reasons. Each of them will have 3 main reasons, and each 3 main reasons will have 3 main takeaways that you have to take into account. So welcome to this video, grab a cup of coffee and let's start. The first aesthetic reason, and maybe the most obvious of this, is that it makes declutter our environment and it makes us feel like everything has a purpose. And maybe when you have a lot of things going on right here, like if you just have a computer and just have like a book or a pen, you will be able to feel like all those things matter, and that's what you should be taking into consideration in order to be more productive and focus more on what you have to do. So maybe when you declutter your desk, what you're doing is that you're avoiding yourself to feel trapped, and that's what you have to do, right? The second aesthetic reason is that it makes us picture the environment that we want. When picturing the environment that we want, we have to take into account all those things that we decluttered before. And without having them, we will be able to focus on what matters the most. And what matters the most definitely is or are the things that are going to be more efficient. We were discussing before that we want to do this to avoid feeling trapped on our desk. And when we don't feel trapped, actually we feel free. And if we feel free, we will be able to achieve more, and that's what we're going to do. And when we want to achieve more, definitely we think about the things that really matter to us. Therefore, we give some purpose for all the things that are on our desks. Actually, I have all those books here just for decoration purposes, but in my day-to-day, I just have something that I think it would be useful for me and for my routines. Like I just have my computer stand, my computer, my mouse, my keyboard, and that's all actually that I need. Of course, when we are discovering what we really want with our desk, we have to think of what we don't want. And definitely what we don't want is a disordered desk. The third reason is that actually it makes us give more value to the things that we have because we need them. So in this process, we start thinking about how everything we have helps us reach our goals. We question ourselves if each and every item that we have on our desk works for achieving this goal. And of course, if there are any synergies available between them, like when you have a mouse and a keyboard, it is definitely going to improve your productivity. But if you have a pen and a mouse, they don't make any sense together, right? So you just have to think of what the system should look like. Not for having more, you're going to achieve more. That's the thing that I wanted to keep clear in this point. And after this process of thinking which of these things go together, we just have to keep actually the things that we think that go well together, right? It is not useful enough to have like a lot of pencils, a lot of pens, rulers, all that kind of stuff, and also having a lot of tech like a mouse, a keyboard, a computer. All those things together doesn't make any sense, right? You could complement it, but if you want to do everything at the same time, it will not going to be possible. So let's go to the productivity related reasons, and after thinking of aesthetic reasons, we just have to think of the productivity reasons, which maybe is the ultimate goal for doing these kind of activities like organizing your desk. And the first reason is that it lets us focus on our priorities, and actually I think that this is really related to what we have discussed about decluttering our desk, because we just have to keep things simple and focus on what matters the most. Therefore, when you don't have a lot of things or a lot of stuff going on your desk, you just have to worry about what you have to do at the given moment, not what you have to do in order to organize, in order to feel better with yourself. And of course, by focusing on what matters the most, you will be able to achieve the productivity that comes with the Pareto principle rule, which states that the 20% of the efforts will give you an 80% of the results. Second of all, it lets us produce more output with what we have, because we're not worried about the mess. If you think about what the input is actually just the time we have to do the activities we have to do. They remain the same. Well, just if you assume that there was no significant time spent just on organizing your desk, which is actually the case. But even though the input remained the same, the output or the result that you achieved was higher, because we achieved with the same input more output, and that's what we have to do. And the final reason is that it lets us enjoy the journey. Definitely, if you don't enjoy the journey, you won't be able to feel good with yourself. Actually, there is just one way of feeling better with yourself, which is that you have to focus more on the journey rather than on the destination, which means that you have to be able to do everything in your power to feel or make you feel better on what you're doing. Of course, making your workspace feel better will have benefits for you, because you would like to spend more time on your desk doing productive things, and therefore you're going to be creating more time, which will lead to create more input, and this input will lead to create more output. Here we arrive to the third part, which are the creativity related reasons. Definitely it will feel nice for you just to have the important things, and those things will be the things that will help you on your journey of being more creative. Like if you have something on which you will have to write on, like a piece of paper, you will be able to achieve what you wanted to in the first place. But if you have a lot of clutter in your desk, you won't be able actually to find that piece of paper or a clean piece of paper that will lead you to the best results. And of course, all those things that remain in our desk have a purpose, and that purpose will resonate with what we are able to achieve with that thing. And of course, after finding that purpose, we will be able to embrace the potential that all that kind of things have. It'll make us find patterns that nobody sees, because we're going to start picturing goals better, and now we have a clear means to an end also, which means that we have the tools, we have all the things like the piece of paper, the computer that we want, the mouse, the keyboard, everything that we need, and now we have a clear means to an end. And that clarity will definitely lead us to get the most out of what we have, and therefore harvesting creativity. And finally, it will make us wonder about the boundaries or the things that we will do or will be able to do with the things that we have. After finding the patterns I told you before, we just have to connect the dots. And of course, those dots that we have to connect will have to be connected with the inputs we have, meaning the tools, the time, everything surrounding our desk. And since those elements have been optimized, you will be able to achieve the results we want. For all these reasons, I think that you should keep organized your desk. This is the end of the video, so hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video. Bye bye.